Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Frankthaman, barber and cosmetologist, back at it again with another tutorial, and I'm right here with my boy. We're gonna be doing a nice mid-ball taper on him with lots of texture on top. I'm really excited because this type of hair is a little hard to work with, so I can't wait for you guys to go ahead and see, all the tools, the tricks that I'm gonna show you guys. Remember that this channel is sponsored by Filoso Barber brand. It is a brand that I own, and we provide the most longest, consistent, sharpest razor blades in the industry. So without further ado, let's get started. But before we do, make sure to follow my boy. We're gonna put his @ right here, and let's get started, man. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Let's get it.
All right, you guys, let's get started. So step one is always preparation, right? When it comes to these types of hairstyles, right? When it's wavy hair, it's very difficult to cut because it's wavy, but no worries, right? So step one here is, comb it out. And then step two is gonna be something unconventional that I like to do at the end, but we're doing in the beginning because this is a crop top. This is an Edgar cut, right? We have to do our shape first before we actually go ahead and start picking up our clippers to do that blurry fade that we all known to do. You feel me? So this is what I'm doing now. I picked up his hair and it was really all over the place. So that's all I'm doing right now is I'm essentially just evening everything out. And notice I'm pulling it straight up from wherever the hair grows. If the hair grows a certain way, that's exactly where I grab it and I cut it. So I am not gonna be hitting the side. This is his parietal ridge here. Notice I parted his hair and I'm cross-checking now. Boom, just a little woo-wah, nothing crazy. Boom. I'm putting out, and this is called block graduation, where I am pulling out directly in front of me, right? Which is a 180 degree directly in front of you. And I'm cutting off that just half an inch, quarter inch, and I'm matching everything up. So notice he does have them waves right there. He's swimming. I know you probably couldn't tell before, but he definitely is. So now that I blocked it on top and I blocked it on the sides, I'm gonna continue doing that, but here I'm point cutting, as you see. So what I'm also doing is, if you're wondering, how do I know what to cut, right? I'm grabbing a little bit of the guideline in front of me and I'm bringing it back. Every time I part his hair with the comb, notice I only grab about half an inch. So that's what I'm doing here. Look how small my sections are. My sections are very, very small. Now, I did say I was gonna be doing a full shear tutorial, and we are gonna be doing that for you guys. So I wanna go ahead and do that for you. So, boom, I'm grabbing it. That was my guideline on top of there. My guideline, combing his hair down. Body positioning is very important as well, you guys. Right, how you have your body as you're cutting is very important, because if you have your shoulder up too high, it's gonna hurt. You always want to roll that shoulder down, right? Your shoulder blade down. So now what I'm doing is I'm cross-checking again, making sure he's solid. Look, I missed that bad boy. And that's how small my sections are, you guys. I don't grab a lot of hair, right? Very small. Like, my sections are probably about half an inch. Yeah, I'm lying. They're an inch. But you get what I'm saying. Work in small sections. So first things first right here is grab that number 2 guard, bring it up all the way by the ear, and hit it. Right, now I'm gonna clip over comb that number 2 guideline that I made, softening it up, right? There you go. Now I grab my trimmers, create that first guideline. And it doesn't want any hooks, so we're gonna try not to make no hooks. So balded them out. Real nice. What we do to one side, we do to the other. Number 2 guard, all the way to the ear, right there. Yup, right there. And this is easy, guys. We already brought it home. We gave him the shape. We gave him the fluffy Edgar, the messy crop top, whatever you want to call this haircut. all it is, guys, is shape. Whether you get a taper or a fade, it doesn't matter. You have to shape them and you have to give them form before you actually pick up your trimmers. So we already brought it home. Now let's just, you know, bring all the players out on the field home. That's it. Let's do it. So I grabbed that number 2 guard and I'm just softening it up, matching it up to the top of his hair. Weight line is still there and I'm matching it to his bangs actually. That weight line, you always want to match it to his bangs, which is obviously right above his forehead. And the reason why is because that's exactly how you do this crop, this Edgar. And that's what gives it the shape, honestly, to be 100% with you. But don't chop off his bangs. Just connect the weight line to his bangs a little bit. First guideline, hitting up around his ear. All right, you guys, here comes the second guideline. I'm grabbing my clipper, dropping the lever all the way down. I bring up, first guideline was a 0, second guideline was 0.5. This third guideline is with the number 1 guard on there with the lever all the way down. So we have 3 guidelines, 0, 0.5, and 1.5. I am focusing now on the 0.5 guideline. Right, boom, we did that with, now I'm focusing on the 0 guideline. We did that with the 0. So you just drop the lever down a little bit. And as you go higher in the fade, the lever drops. You see that? So the first one was 0. In order to soften it, I did a 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 until I got to the 5. Now I'm working on the 5 and I hit it with the 1. Now I have my handy dandy shaver here, balding him out real nice and clean. Yes, sir. Now what we do to one side, we do to the other. First guideline is a 0, second guideline is 0.5. One guard on there, drop the lever all the way down, give me my third guideline. This is easy, you guys. You got this. This is easy. Telling you, you already done, your team's already up. You know what I mean? You're up at least, what is this, the 7th, 8th inning? It's already, you're in there. You're just bringing all the players in the field home. You have the bat and you're gonna knock them, bring them all the way home, you know. Here's the number 2 guard again, softening up that tire guideline. Nothing you don't know, easy peasy. And notice, it's matching to his bang. You see that? Don't go above it. Either go under it or right on it, but do not go over his bang. Do not bring that guideline over his bang. If you do that, honestly, you ruined it. How do you avoid that? By fading down. Notice I did the number 2 guard first. I faded that out with the clipper over comb. And then now I'm doing all my balding, all of my fade work underneath that first initial guideline, which was with the number 2. Here comes the lineup. We're moving, you guys. This is easy peasy. This is nothing you can't handle, you know? Now, I am gonna say this though, when it comes to wavy hair is very tricky to line up. The reason why is because it's wavy, it moves. So what I did is I sprayed some spritz on there, or hairspray, whatever you have, to hold it. And I'm lining him up and I'm trying to keep him as natural as possible. He does have a small forehead, so that's great. We can give him a little, you see how small his forehead is? We're giving him a little bit of a forehead. And that's awesome. You wanna keep that, you know? I saw that there was some dark spot there, a weight line, so I'm softening it up. I tried a number 2, it didn't work, so I put the number 1 guard on there. I opened the lever all the way down, and I'm softening it. Now I'm like, oh snap, I got the whole entire bag for y'all, huh? So here we go, number 2 again. And I'm bringing this number 2 right underneath his occipital bone, which is like that bone. I like to call it the Tupac, right? That bone that sticks out. I'm bringing it right underneath there. Why? Because this is the best shape for his head. Me bringing that number 2 guard underneath that occipital bone is gonna give this crop top, this Edgar, the best shape possible. And even though he doesn't fluff it, right, like a fluffy Edgar or poof it, he actually likes it to be real nice and tight. That's awesome. Regardless, he's gonna have a dope shape. I brought the number 2, so I softened it with the number 2. And notice, I am pulling it out at a 45-degree angle. Boom. Boom, boom. What do you cut? Whatever sticks out. How do I know? You just know, you guys. This is easy. Grab it, 45, pull it out. Grab it, 45, pull it out. You got this. This ain't nothing you can't handle. I'm telling you. All that hair that's sticking out, let's go ahead and trim it a little bit. Nothing too crazy though, because remember, this is a taper, this isn't a fade. He needs that hair on the sides, but it is sticking out, so just, you know, give it a little razzle dazzle. Boom. Whatever sticks out. And as you're fading the back of the neck, tell your client, hey bro, do you mind putting your chin down a little bit, or just put it down? You know, you're in control. Your client isn't. And right here, I'm doing my guideline about 2 inches on my first guideline underneath the occipital bone, 2 inches underneath. I always like to do the sides as well. It just always helps. And when you get down here behind the neck like that, flip your trimmer over, because it is, especially if you have zero gap trimmers, oh bro, you're gonna eat your client's neck up. And if you're just starting, please unzero gap your trimmers, please 100%. My clippers, all of them are not zero gap, not one, not this Legends, not my Wahl Senior, not my FX Babyliss trimmer, none of them. And I'm icy, bro. I've been doing this for almost 10 years, you know, so please unzero gap them. You'll thank me so much. So 0.5, 0.0 guideline, 0.5 guideline, and here's the third guideline, 1.5 guideline. And they're there, you know, they are right there. We're working on the 0.5 guideline. What do I hit the 0.5 guideline? The number 1. If the number 1 doesn't take it out, go back with the 0.5. You're right, I do not use a half guard. Why? Because why? You're just adding more steps to the fade. That's really easy to do. So how do you take off your 0.5 guideline? With the 0.5 itself, flick it out in a C motion towards you. If that doesn't work, hit it with the number 1. That's how you take it out. And look at that, butter boys. Now we're focusing on the number 2 guideline again. Got a little dark, that's fine. No worries, let's soften it up. Easy peasy, we're almost home, you guys. Only two more players out on the field, and all we gotta do is bring them home. Right, it's not taking out with the number 2, so guess what? Work your way down to a smaller guard, which is a 1.5. Open the lever, start touching it up. Don't be afraid to put that lever right in the middle to see what darkness can be taking out faster, right, with the lever being lower. Here's that pelito, that hair I was talking about. Grab it and just, I wanted to be real safe, so that's why I went ahead and trimmed it, you know, with the shears. And again, you guys, if you're enjoying this knowledge, if I'm providing some type of value for you guys, please hit that subscribe button. A lot of you, 85% of you who watch me don't subscribe to me. Thank you guys, you know, just hit a like, you know, smash that subscribe button. Of course, drop a comment. I would definitely appreciate you guys. It motivates me, to be honest, you know. Being very, very careful. And even though my trimmers aren't zero gap, I am still soft. I'm soft with my touch. Clipper over comb, holding it at a 45-degree angle, touching it up with the trimmer, why not? Notice, always go ahead and blow dry your client. Make them feel comfortable. This is a service that you're providing, and you want him or her to feel comfortable, you know? And we are using the one and only Filoso Barber brand. This is a razor company that I co-founded. And dude, consistent, long-lasting, and super sharp razor blades. Get them, use them, tell your peoples about them. You won't regret it, I promise you. Everything is, of course, in the link in the description. And I am also using the Turkish razor, which I love because it's super thin. If you notice the blade holder, it's super thin. The more you stretch your skin, the thicker it's going to be. And the thicker it's going to be, the less you are likely to cut your client. Hit them with some aftershave. Here's a before And here's the after. My boy, sleep in your bushes, cuz. Hey, man, he's clean, man. Super, super clean. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed this tutorial, go ahead and drop a comment, a like, and of course, subscribe, man. Thank you so much. And remember, ponte filoso.